Hey guys, it's Princess and welcome back to another video. And today I will be talking about perspective. Okay, so this is a very dear topic to me because I feel like this happens to everything and it matters to everyone and everything. And I'm gonna tell y'all an example and I'm gonna tell you guys why perspective is important. And I'm also trying to explain the difference about perspective and perception because I know it gets like kind of tricky with it. So I feel like perspective is really important because we would never realize like how much the perspective of things can just change our whole mindset. Like when we realize like in this day and age, we have a lot of people that we worship. I'm not gonna say worship. We have a lot of people that we like on the internet and a lot of people that we dislike on the internet. Obviously, the same person that you dislike, everybody is not going to dislike that same person as well. The same person that you like, everybody is not going to like that as well. And why is that? One simple answer: perspective. Everybody has a different perception of what they feel of that person, that thing, that place, whatever. So it's really important to see that. And a lot of people are blindsided that they just focus on all their perception, only what they think is the way to go, and they don't realize the whole bigger picture. And I feel like that's where a lot of us humans are flawed in the fact. And yes, it's so easy to take your perception and go with it than trying to see the full perspective. It's so easy, and it's the easiest thing. And sometimes that happens to us all the time. Sometimes our perception of something is so strong that we don't even want to see the full perspective. You can try so much to be like, okay, from your point of view, in your shoes, this is that. The whole time, your perception is what says and goes. But to that, also, your perception can also says and go, and it can also deplete you and diminish your feelings and diminish your mindset and just take a toll on you. So I'm going to get into that and I'm going to give you an example of exactly what that was and how I was in a situation where I had to take my perception and look at the perspective and switch my mindset around to essentially try to make myself feel better and just to try to put myself on the more level playing field of up here instead of down here. Because when you realize your mind is a muscle, and when you don't train that muscle, you're going to deplete. You're going to deplete and deplete and deplete. So it's really important. Like, your mind is so powerful. We're not even going to get scientific right now, but just know your mind is so, like, for real. So first things first, perception is exactly how we interpret things straight up ahead. So when you be like, oh, well, my perspective was this and that, you are right in a sense, but it's your perception. It's my perception that, oh, you were weird. My perception that, oh, she was crying. But when we go into perspective, it goes into the relationship of where we are, what are we doing, and what it has to do with, like, where we stand basically. So, backtrack. This is actually a couple days ago, y'all. Was it a couple days ago? I think like last week, whatever. So boom, I'm in this situation. I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm just say it how it is, and y'all just try to please bear with me and just please understand. So I'm in this situation. This person that I happen to be really close with, we're not as close as we were, but we were very close in the moment. We have an off-putting relationship, so it was just like sometimes we're cool, sometimes we're not, sometimes we're cool, sometimes we're not. So just keep that in mind. This is not a steady, like, you feel me? So boom, this person reached out to me and we were on the phone and they wanted to vent to me. Okay, they wanted to vent to me and just open up because they felt like they were comfortable with me. They felt I was emotionally intelligent, and they felt like, okay, I just want to get your opinion because I just think you're so emotionally intelligent. So, like, why not? And I said, okay, go ahead. So this person is going on and just telling me about whatever, boom, boom, just da da da. I find myself feeling bad, first of all, because I'm like, wow, I do not want to be in a situation like this. I'm like, I'm sorry that you feel like this. I'm giving them advice. I'm consoling them. I'm giving them insight. trying to give wisdom, trying to see it from both sides, look into both perspectives, not focusing on my perception at all, because this has nothing to do with me of the sort. You feel me? So I'm just going in and just really giving like analogies back and forth, just like and mind you, it was a really good conversation. It was a really good, engaging conversation. I was able to help so much, and I felt so happy because I genuinely am a giver, and I love giving stuff, whether it's words of encouragement, words of, you feel me, just words of anything. And I'm a talker, so like, perfect opportunity, you know. So after this, I abruptly got hung up on. Cool, nothing major, but I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I'm texting and I'm just like, you good? Like, what's up? Like, no nothing. I was waiting for a call back. Nothing. Okay, cool. Next day, it's just like the person is seeming aggravated with me. Like I did something wrong, you know? Like I did something wrong, like, you know? Because I called back again, like, because I'm thinking we cool. Like, I just want to know what was the update. What did you decide to do? You feel me? And it just seems like I'm the bad person. Like, it's the attitude, it's passive aggressiveness being thrown at me. So I said, okay, cool. No response. Nothing. No response. Nothing. For days. So, being the person I am, just a little insight for y'all. I'm a fair person. I don't do nobody dirty for no reason. If I don't have no reason, I'm very kind. You feel me? So when I sat there on the phone with this person that I don't even, we so often on some of the times, I don't even like, you know, I don't even bang with you like that. But I took the time out. My day. My 24 hours a day. Probably spent 1 to 2 hours on you. This not even this, y'all. This not even this. But probably spent like 1 to 2 hours on you and giving you, taking the breath out my mouth that God gave me. And I would do it again in a heartbeat for the same reaction. And I'm gonna get into exactly what I would do it again. I would do it again and again and again and again for the same exact reaction. Because that's just me. Nobody's gonna change my character. But sorry, backtrack. But basically after I didn't get any response for those like a few days, like I was just really like, I was really annoyed. And I didn't like it because it's just like you do something kind in return to just get backlash. Like it felt like a slap in the face, honestly. And I feel like it felt like a slap in the face. And I'm not anybody, like I don't care how I show myself out to people. Like I'm a very strong person. I've always took stuff to the chin. Always held I always been like good, like well spoken and all that, but I'm still a person at the end of the day, and I did not like that. However, I did not like how it sat with me at all, especially knowing that I'm a fair person. I didn't like it at all. So my perception of it, I was very upset. Like I was very upset. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't want to talk to this person forever. Like I was very blown from it. I was just going through so much in my mind, like, do I want to like send a really mean paragraph? Do I want to explain how I feel? Do this person deserve my words? Like it was so much questions just bubbling up. So then I'm like, okay, I have this journal, y'all, that I don't be touching, but it's just like every time I write in my journal, bro, I literally feel better. So I'm like, okay, let me grab my journal. And I'm gonna read what I wrote. Okay? Because sometimes your perception is always gonna be there, but you have to change your perspective. That's exactly what I had to do. Okay? And please, I didn't say perspective was right or wrong, okay? So how I change my perspective might not how you change your perspective. When I mean perspective, it don't mean that you have to be all nice and bubbly and rainbows, because I promise you this ain't that. Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly what I said. Trying to show you exactly what I said. And I'm gonna try to read it and take pauses. Okay, so my first thing was, how can I fault someone who is helpless? I'm saying how could I fault somebody who's helpless? Because how could I be mad at you when you came to me in need of a situation, a terrible situation that you were in, and you're venting to me about it? So it's like, not only like, yes you were, I truly feel like that was a weird situation, but I truly cannot be mad at you like I was, because you are helpless. You cannot help yourself. That's why you are coming to me for the help and advice that you needed. So it's like, how can I fault somebody who is helpless? That's like beating a dead horse. Exactly. So change that perspective. And it's just like, instead of feeling mad, then you start to feel sorry. And honestly, I like to feel sorry. I feel like when instead of being mad at somebody, it's like easier to feel, it's just how my brain process, y'all. It's just easier to feel like I have to put myself on the level, the higher playing field instead of the lower one. Changing your perspective, okay? Because I don't like feeling angry. I really don't. So, and not even saying like I'm just trying to manipulate myself, but it's some things like when you just realize like you do not have to think about it like that. And I refuse to, because who is that gaining? That's not gaining you, or that's not gaining the other person. So why not think in a way that's going to gain somebody, you know? So I said, how can I fault someone who is helpless, someone who is destruction? You realize that they are the problem. You did your part, okay? You did your part. You did what you had to do. Why are you upset? You did what you had to do. Don't be upset about what other people have on a reaction. Don't be upset about other people's reaction when you did what you needed to do, you know? You don't do things because you want something good in return. You do things because the things are good. Another example, like being kind to somebody, you find it easier to be kind to somebody who is kind to you. Why? Because they're clearly kind to you. Whereas you find it harder to be kind to somebody who is rude to you. Those situations where it's not exactly on the same level playing field show your character. When things are crashing down on you, it shows the type of person you are because of how you handle those situations. So these are peak moments on your character and how you want to act. And if you cannot handle moments when all negativity is being shattered on you, you will not prosper in life. Because life is not always sunshine and rainbows, and I'm going to just give that to you now. You have to be stronger than, you have to be stronger. You just have to be stronger. I don't know then what, but you have to be stronger. So back to what I was saying, just like I said, you have to switch your perspective. You have to switch your perspective. Perspective is everything. Your mind is everything. Your mind is everything, okay? Your mind is everything. So somebody told me your head is on your shoulders, so you know that it is not your loss. You cannot lose something you don't have. You have grown, excelled, and continue to begin new levels. I hate that your heart is so big that you go back on old levels just to help someone else. This was really just mind opening to me, because it just lets you know, like, I'm gonna give y'all an analogy. You and your friend, y'all are playing a video game, probably one of them phone video games, boom, boom, and you is on level 56, okay? You was doing your thing, you was there, but your friend is on level 22, okay? And you was doing so good, but your friend is just struggling. Your friend just struggling. He like, all right, give me the phone. I'm gonna help you out. And you helping back your friend, and you still on 56. You not moving nowhere, but your friend is moving everywhere because of you, you know? And yeah, it's good to do that for, you can always help out somebody. I'm not saying don't help at nobody, but in the long run, if you're always helping somebody, you know you're on a higher level, but you're constantly going back to help somebody else. What good is that doing you? You know, sometimes it's important for us to look out for ourselves, and sometimes, if in the situation, sometimes depending on the situation, you do not need to be going back to help somebody else. And I feel like that describes my situation because I'm up here and it's just like I'm going back levels to try to help you. And it's just like before you know it, I'm gonna forget how I got back on this level and I'm gonna be right there with you. You hear me? Or now when I go back on this level, I'm gonna be thinking about these levels. I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh. But I was just right here and then how I get back here, you know? So back to what I was saying. But you have grown, excelled, and continue to begin new levels. I hate that your heart is so big that you go back on old levels just to help someone else. But you cannot do that. They did not use you. Instead, you are using them to test how beautiful your character is. Back to what I was saying, this is all about the perspective because I really felt used. I felt used. But I had to switch my perspective. They did not use me. I'm using them unconsciously. I'm using them unconsciously to test how beautiful my character is. I didn't know it at the time, but that's exactly what I want to put, and that's exactly what I want to know and want to say going forth further, because I feel like it tests how beautiful my character is because even though you dismiss me and disrespect me in the slightest, I will still do it again because that's me. You know, I did it not expecting anything out of you, but I got what I got, and that's okay. Now I know, and now I know exactly that some people do not need that. I will continue to be the same way, but I will limit it, and I'm coming to that. I'm gonna say that. People will never know true kindness, no matter what. Kindness is good. Change your perspective. Mind you, this is all a letter to myself, but y'all can use it if the shoe fit. Wear it. When you change your mindset, you can do anything. We have our weak moments, but it's what you do to get out of it. I feel like in those weak moments, did I already say this? I don't know. Those weak moments really tell the type of people we are, honestly. So it's those weak moments that we need to cherish because that will show true character and how to get out of it. So it's like as all of this is going off and I was kind of like thrown off with the situation and I was feeling weird about it, it's the back of my head, like my frontal lobe is just like, princess, you have to level up. You cannot be upset about somebody who's not upset about you. You have to change your perspective because you cannot do that. Because if you want to live in spite and be mad and be bitter, be my guest somewhere else, okay? Right now, we're not doing that. So I had to change my perspective ASAP and snap out of that, okay? That's what all this is for. But you are so strong, and I love you. You are growing into everything I aspire to be. And hopefully someone will see it, love it, and respect it as much as me. I am the golden girl, slow to anger, emotionally intelligent, kind, and everything more. And nobody will change that. But I will limit who gets that side to me. You cannot use me. You will know. I am content. Nobody will break me. Nobody can break me. Vulnerability is strength. Strength is kindness, and perspective is key. I said a cute little note there. Thank y'all for watching. This is actually the end of the video. Bye.